viewers, you're welcome to Premier Sport Fan Center. You're welcome to our live watch-along show, and today is another edition of the African Cup of Nations qualifier. This time around is South Africa versus Uganda. Yeah, who will emerge victorious. This is the 35th edition of the African Cup of Nations qualifier. And remember, South Africa is their 12th campaign in the African Cup of Nations, while Uganda is their 8th campaign in the African Cup of Nations. The best South African have gone is 1996 when they won the African Cup of Nations, and Uganda also have won it once. But today is a cracker, a struggle to qualify for the African Cup of Nations in this encounter today. And this both team are both struggling from Group K of the 12th group shared by CAF, and in this group, two countries will qualify. South Africa, Congo, Uganda, and South Sudan are the 4 countries in this Group K. Yeah, so far so good. The match is on, and it is the 20th minute into the first half. And you know what? South Africa is leading in this encounter 1-0 against Uganda at this point in time. Well, I'm not alone to talk about all the happening in the studio today. Well, I have with me at Dolakpa. Yeah, welcome to the studio.
Good afternoon, Solomon. Afternoon, football lovers. Another beautiful day to talk football. And guess what? Talking about African football, I think it's one way to really kickstart after the whole international break, and after not having the transfer window just closed and everything. So I think this is also a big platform for the African players to sell themselves out, because this is our own. So let's do it like the way it should be.
Yeah, let's do it like the way it should be. Yeah, and remember, in this encounter, the only goal scored in this match between South Africa versus Uganda came in the 14th minute of this encounter, and that goal was scored by Lil Foster. Yeah, that goal was scored by Lil Foster. He's aged 24 years. He plays for Burnley. He's the scorer of the goal. The only goal that has separated these two sides so far. So, yeah, what are your expectations in this encounter?
Well, looking at the way the South African team have really built themselves, we need to really give kudos to their FA. It comes the way, not just about their national team. Look at their local club. They are, in Africa, I think their league is up there among the top 3, if to make it really if not the best, the top 3, because the good work the North Africans have really impacted, the amount of money they've really impacted. The structure is there for them. Everything is right in the South African league. So I think after the 2010 World Cup, it has really been a long time since when we had the likes of Steven Pena, Shabalala, and the like. So I think this is a new set of players really coming in, and they've really given their own base the chance to really come out right now. And I think good one for them, and they are getting the result now.
All right, they are getting the result now. And let's quickly look at the lineup before we start running the commentary in this encounter. Let me quickly start with Uganda in this one here. We're having Wetenga as the goalkeeper for Uganda. And we have Mbomo, Mugabi, Kramdosi, Kayondo, Sexganda, Maikaba, Acho, Makwala, Ahmedi, and Mato. Yeah, that is the line up for Uganda. I think there is no big name there. No popular name, yeah. But for South Africa, where we have Motwa as the goalkeeper, then we have Mudau, yeah. Then we have Gezena, Dotle, Modiba, Sitole, Mokona, yeah, Mokwania, Zwane, yeah, and Apolis. Then the scorer of the goal is Foster, yeah, in this encounter for South Africa.
Well, I think looking on paper, I don't really think this is a really team full build up with big names. I think it just comes down to these players. You need to look at the South African players. I think, if I'm not mistaken, like 60 to 70% of the players on this field, they play in their league. So these are players that they know what it really feels like. This is just a proper African game whereby it's it is passion and hunger that win you this type of game. And I think the South African team being at home, having their fans behind them, I think that has really helped them, and they've taken the lead. So I think they should be winning this. To me, they should be winning this.
Yeah, they should be winning this. And right now, they are already top of the game. This is the 23rd minute of this encounter, and it is South Africa who right now is leading against Uganda. Remember, we saw Hugo Bruce, yeah, the coach of the South African side. Yeah, he did very well. It took them up to the semi-final. Yeah,
The last
they recently concluded. In fact, they won. If there was anything like that, bronze, it would have been a bronze, but they were third position in the African Cup of Nations. They were defeated by Nigeria. Yeah, they were defeated by Nigeria through a penalty shootout in that last African Cup of Nations.
I think there was a third place.
There was a third place. I said that if there was anything like bronze, they would have won, but they won the third position. Yeah, so I think so far Hugo Bruce has actually done well with the South African side.
I think he has done, and I think he's one man that really knows how to build up play. I think one thing that is working with this South African team is the matter of these players are really homegrown. It's not a matter of going to Europe and spreading your wings to pick players just to patch it. These are players that plays in the league. The South African FA, they really know what they want. They've gone back to the drawing board. You need to look at most not African team also, away from the likes of Morocco, whereby we might see them having some big names. So I think one thing South Africans are doing right is these players, they play together every week. They bring in the hunger, they bring in the competition. They know that this is for us. There is that real African mentality in the South African side.
Yeah, really African mentality in this South African side right now. The ball with the South Africans who have actually dominated position in this encounter. So happy with what they are doing right now. In front of their own crowd. They are now swinging from the right wing here. Look at the pace there. Yeah, he got the ball from the right wing. Can he beat his man? But decided to come deep there. And the cross into the 18 balls there. Beautiful one. Can they make this one the second goal?
Oh, and it is
goal!
No, you lost it.
No!
Wow, what a miss.
Really? Wow. I thought that one was going into the net.
For real, how did he not convert that? That should be a second goal for them.
Look at that beautiful link-up play there.
Oh,
he slipped.
Yeah.
He slipped. He slipped.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
Well, that was a beautiful build-up by the South African there. They almost made it 2 at this point in time. But hey, the striker there slipped and he sent the ball to the wrong path. That is to go kick there for Uganda. Quickly taken by the goalkeeper of the Uganda. Now Uganda building momentum in their own final third from the back line, stringing passes to each other. Trying to open up the South Africans who are mindful of what they're trying to do. And right now, can Uganda equalize this right in the half of the South African? But right now, they return it back again into their own half to build all over again. Good link-up play there, and they've been able to. And why you want to go back again? Oh!
No. You should be looking up to another player, not still going back to where that guy was coming from. Like, who does that?
Wow, that was a beautiful move from the South African side here. But hey, it still remains 1-0 at this point in time. South African leading at this point in time. Let's quickly look at the stats of this encounter where we have South African actually dominating ball position right now with 54% of ball position, and Uganda is 46% of ball position. Goal attempt for South Africa is 2 and 1 for Uganda. Shot on goal is 1 for South Africa, and that is the only goal in this encounter so far. But right now, it is South Africa with the ball attacking from the right through the number 11. Yeah, we will change position into the midfield. Center midfield now to the left side. Can he beat his man? Into the 18 box. He beat his man, and he crossed. Oh, and again, saved by the goalkeeper of Uganda.
What a game. I think you can see the South African team. There is the younger there. They are just going at this Uganda team. They really want to get as many goals as possible. They know in Africa, one thing you will really find out to get is the high scoring match. And I think that's one thing the South African team are really trying to do. Let's see if we can get a set. Because a one new lead in an African football is not yet a game over. You need like 2, 3, then you can say, yes, let's sit back and let's try some other philosophy and see how it goes.
Yesterday we saw a very, very interesting match here. Ghana versus Angola. That match was played 90 minutes of that game. There was no goal. Additional minutes, 5 minutes added in that encounter. And in the 94th minute, Angola won Ghana in their own home at Kumasi, the Bayara Stadium yesterday. and the fans were disappointed. Just this morning, we got the information that some of some of the fans, they were not happy. They were, they were angry and they were protesting.
Well. Them being upset is understandable because we need to look at the Ghanaian setup where you have the likes of Kudus, you have Lapte, you have Thomas Partey again. This there is also the what's this Williams brother name? Inaki Williams also in the setup. So you just and coming up against an Angola team which probably they are, let's just say, big names to their own standard. So you just need to look at it and losing. That was a game we feel like the Ghanaians should really like take home because and everyone knows the rivalry in African football. You lose a game against it's African football. You don't really you are not expected. There is no underdogs in Africa. Everybody are really coming out there. Just there is no big names to me among the West East away from maybe the North Africans who their football is level above the West in Africa. We need to really give kudos to those people. They've really done well. You need to look at the Moroccan setup with the Egypt national team. What's their name again?
Senegal.
No, from the North Africa, Tunisia, Algeria. This setup, they play more of the modern football, not like the normal African football whereby it's just physicality, more physicality. They believe more in flexibility. And good one is, I think the next AFCON 2025 will be coming up there in Morocco, and then we can see African football at its best. Because now I felt they said the qualifying this group stage, like the number of teams qualifying now will be extended to probably 36 or so. And before it was said it will happen next year, June, July, but it has been moved now to I think December 2025 to January 2026 for some reasons. So I think it's just a very good one for African football. Coming to Morocco, this is a team that is also like they will co-host the 2030 World Cup with Spain again and Portugal. So this is Africa. This is just the proper time for the whole African team to come out and just give a proper how will I put it, a proper clip of what they are capable of to the world to watch.
Because right now the argument is still on. We saw the Euros and we saw the African Cup of Nations. A lot of people were comparing it that the African Cup of Nations looks better than the Euros this time.
Well, I think in the refereeing aspect, we need to really, the officiating, we really need to give kudos to the African ref. They did so well at the last AFCON. But I think when it comes down to the European football, I think one thing they really know how to do well is to sell themselves. When we can see Cristiano Ronaldo, he came out just yesterday also to say the I think the Nations League or the Euro, he said is the same thing as winning the World Cup. So that's to let you know how big these people they carry. They believe in I think if Africa can also have that same mentality, that same belief in about the AFCON, I think then we are on the right track.
A player like Ronaldo who is always
But I don't believe in that same.
No. He is a player who is his determination is always at the high side. Everything will look so. You saw the way he celebrated yesterday after getting his 900 goal. 450 goal for Real Madrid, 445 for Manchester United. And look at it all together. If you add all of them together, 900 goal for that man, for that young man.
Young man?
He's not up to 40 yet.
I think he should be 40 next year.
He's not up to 40 yet. So I'll still call him young man. He's not up to 40 yet. But in football, he's a old man because you can't be 43 and be running from pole to pole.
Well, I think one thing I think players like Ronaldo, they come once in a life, if not in a lifetime. Let me say one in a century. Because I think Cristiano, one thing that really helped him is he knows how to maintain his energy. He knows how to work with his body. That's one thing I really think he cherished so much, because you need to look back then when he was coming up and the words that come out of him and everything. So I think he has done his own part. He has really helped the European football. I think that's one thing. Hopefully the African footballer of these days also, the big names in Africa can also sell our own tournament down to the world in a bigger way.
Yeah, there are big names in African football right now. We also sell that. We saw, Osimhen, despite the transfer saga, the stress, and others, flew from Naples to Galatasaray to Istanbul, in Turkey. After they settled everything, right now it's in the Super Eagles camp. They'll play tomorrow for in the match between Nigeria versus Benin. So I think those are the kind of commitment we're talking about.
Yeah. I think one thing about Victor Osimhen is he has this hunger. He knows what it feels to, put on the Nigerian jersey. There is this hunger there for him. So I think good one for him. He was able to get that move, just like every other Nigerians who feel like not even Nigeria anymore. Because I think Osimhen has gone beyond being just a Nigerian player. He's an African profile right now because he's the reigning African best, and the number now he's out of the recent Ballon d'Or ranking, but still the last top 10 he fell into that. He was number 8. So I think he's just the proper profile African need to sell their self out. So what was an African qualifier without Victor Osimhen? So thank God he's back home now. And I think I saw some clips of him with the with his teammates where he was giving them some jerseys. I think he gave Victor Boniface and Taiwo Awoniyi his striking partner, all of them. So it's just good vibe down right now in the camp of the Super Eagles, and let's just see what they can offer today. But I think the South African team right now, they are doing everything right.
Yeah, the South African team doing everything right. But talking about the South African also, we saw that they will have been part of the people that started the African Cup of Nations, 1957. They would have featured along with Sudan and Egypt in that African Cup of Nations, the first one, the inaugural African Cup of Nations. But due to the apartheid at that time, they withdrawn from the African Cup of Nations, and it took them a very long period of time. But right now, if you look at how many times have they won the African Cup of Nations, just once. Yeah, they won it once, and they got to the final once also. And that was 1996 when they won the African Cup of Nations. But they have always gotten a good league in South Africa, one of the best. If you talk about Morocco, the next country we talk about is South Africa, because no other country come close. They are well organized.
It goes beyond even their football alone. I think the country as a whole is quite organized, though there is no country without its own flaws. So. But I think looking at the way they've really built themselves, we need to ask ourselves, okay, they've won it once. Is there any African country that have hosted the World Cup before? It has to be them.
South Africa,
2010. And look at the 2010 World Cup. To me, it still stands as one of the most historic ones. Like, there was quality. They saw the African culture out. We saw the likes of, what's their name again? Shakira, singing, dancing the proper African dance.
I think that was when the band went to perform.
Yes. They visited the East Africa, the West Africa, North Africa. It was like a mashup of bringing Africans. They really did well. I think that's still... if you ask most people that's watching, most football lovers right now, let's look at the last 4 editions of the World Cup and ask people that, okay, the ball that was played at the tournament, which tournament do they remember? It has to go down to the 2010 Jabulani. They sold it so well. The big names came, the likes of Diego Forlan, Wesley Sneijder. They came in. There is something they really gave to the world, and that was special. They sold us so well, and I think since then they've not let their pedal down. They've been trying to just keep it and cash up, though they've not been able to sell their big names to the Europe like other African countries have done. But I think one thing they've done well is, if we can't go out and do it, then why not just let us do it home and make some good funds out of it. Same thing the Saudis are doing right now. They know, okay, there is not that big force to go out and do everything, because there is some kind of restriction and everything, financial, the way you can spend and everything. So they've come back, and I think the South African team also, their FA, kudos to them, kudos to their sport ministry. They've done pretty well, because now there is also a Shan tournament that is being played among them, just home base, just home base in the league. Now let's look out now. Let's say after the AFCON there is a Shan tournament also. Yes, there will surely be a Shan tournament maybe next year also. Then you look at the likes of this South African team. They are coming with about 80% of these players playing here. These are players that play against
we saw it in the African Cup of Nations, we saw like a complete team, like 10 players,
playing in their domestic league. So now let's not think of them bringing up those set of players. With all due respect to other African leagues away from the North African, let's bring it down here to our own place. Let them bring up a proper MPFL 11 against all these guys, What are we expecting?
No, we're expecting it's going to be a white one.
So I
because
think that
they've actually
they've blend well. They've done.
together,
So it speaks volume when you even the Super Eagles first stretch goalkeeper is in this league. He's keeping in the South African league.
Yeah, it's keeping, yeah.
So we just that tells you the standard they've really gone. I think they've done so well. They've kudos to their administration, to their sport ministry, whatsoever. I don't know who are those people behind that brought up this plan, but I think they've done pretty well. They've done pretty well, and they deserve all the kudos. They deserve their flowers, so let them enjoy it now.
All right, they deserve the flower. Let them enjoy it right now in South Africa, who is building momentum right now. They've taken the possession right now in their own half. And just passing the ball around right now. The ball is with Mokona. Mokona, we saw him in the African Cup of Nations. Yeah, they're rating the ball now to his man there, Sahula. Yeah.
Okay.
Sahula with the ball now. Turn that one back to the defender there, Madwa. We saw Madwa. It was forced to reckon with at the African Cup of Nations. He actually played very well. He actually stopped. Even the Nigerian when they play against South Africa in the semi-final of the African Cup of Nations.
Looking back to that African Cup of Nations, I think one thing that I really like about the South African team is they don't believe in superpower. They want to go at you. They believe they can, and I think you just need to look at. Though they lost against Nigeria, which we can say, but they gave a good account of themselves. Because you need to look at the Super Eagles attack, where you have the likes of Ademola Lookman, Kelechi. These are big names. So, but these guys, they still gave a good account of themselves. So I think you can see there is that understanding there. There is that understanding. I won't be surprised if their central backs are playing for same club in their domestic league. It will be Orlando Pirates. So these are people that they understand themselves. And Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates, these are more or less like competitor. They compete for the league week season in, season out with probably maybe Kaizer Chiefs, Shippa United or what are they called. So there is that hunger. Now imagine you are having this setup of players, starters from this country with their fighting spirit. You are gelling all of them together to come put on their country jersey, to come sell their country at the highest stage. They will fight for their life. Not that they are coming from Europe and just like doing big boys or there. These people knows what it feels like. They know what African football is. So that's just it. They are doing everything right over there. I just hope they get it right here also.
Yeah, they're doing everything right over there. Yeah, let's hope they get it right here too. So right now it is still 1-0 in favor of South Africa at the 41st minute of this encounter. One goal scored, one goal separated these two sides. So far, so good. And when we look at the lineup here, we've already mentioned that before. And there's a yellow card here that has been given to a South African player here. Ngazena in the 90th minute, it was shown a yellow card by the referee. Yeah, it was shown a yellow card by the referee. I just hope that won't come to hurt him because another yellow card will means a red card here.
What position does he play?
Yeah, he plays what is it called? It's a defender.
Well, I think he really needs to be careful and watch how he goes into tackle. And I think the South African coach is what's his name again? Ugo Bruce. I think is a man who is really experienced and he knows African football is really more about physicality. So I won't be surprised if he takes him off and bring in another because it's still the early days of the qualifier. I think this match they won.
Yeah,
match they won. Yeah. So I think you won't want to lose your big name now, knowing there is still a lot of games to play. So I think he will know how to really keep up and keep his best legs. I trust him to do that.
I know that Ngezena is he plays center back.
Center back, wow.
Yeah, center back. So yeah, the 5 and 6, he plays center back. So and
I believe
that position
is very critical.
Very critical. It's not good for him to be having a yellow card at this point in time because probably there will be a stop that he wanted. He want to actually stop, sure, and probably the striker and they know how to sell it to you. Sure. All right, it's still 1-0 at this point in time. One yellow card also to the South African. Let's see, and let's quickly look at other encounter going on right now in the African Cup of Nations, where DR.CONGO right now is logging on with Guinea. And in that encounter, it is 1-0. DR.CONGO leading Guinea 1-0 at the 44th minute.
Which
of
of the
the
Guinea?
Yeah,
Guinea-Bissau or
yeah, the
Conakry?
Guinea, just the Guinea, just the Guinea
Guinea,
Conakry.
wow. Okay.
The honorary Guinea. Yeah.
Well,
So it's leading 1-0. And that goal came at the 29th minute and it was scored by Kayambe. Yeah, it was scored by Kayambe in the 29th minute of that encounter. And if we look at other encounter in that one, we will see that Sierra Leone is logging on with Chad, and also at the 44th minute, that one is goalless right now. South Africa leading Uganda 1-0, and the other encounter, Togo versus Liberia at the 45th minute. Yeah, that is regulation time for first half, almost over, and it is still goalless in that encounter.
well, proper African football, you don't expect those high score line in African football. It's just a 1 or 2-1. Probably only those not African team, I think, and that's because of the standard they've really put themselves in. They are the one I see that they really score, that they go and beat, win 3-0, 4-0, score those high number goals. But the West, East, and South African team, no. Just the 1 or 2 or 2-1 or goalless draw.
All right, there's no much goal here. The only goal scored at this encounter, number 9, Foster, who scored that one for South Africa. Since then, it has been a midfield battle between these two sides. But looking at it, are you happy, or what do you have to say about the Ugandan side with what they have played so far in the past 45 minutes?
Well, for me, I think one thing that the Ugandan team have really lacked is their attacking force. I think attack-wise, they've given nothing so far. Because you need to look at the South African team, their attackers, they are going at them. But how many times have we seen what's their name? What's it called again? The Ugandan striker in the box 18, in the last box of the final box of the South African team. You can count it, but the South African attackers, they are always striking, they are always going. I think if this Uganda coach can just get it right, if his attackers can really level up their game a bit, who knows, they might hit this South African team. They can still get a goal, if not two, and maybe probably leave with a point. But with the way it stands, I won't be shocked if the South African team even walk away with this 1-0. If they defend it and go like this, because they look like the only team that will probably get another goal, and they should have, even not for the mistake from that they are number 17, and also the goalkeeper save. I think so. It's more about it. To me, it has been. Let me rate it: 70% South African, 30% the Ethiopian, the Ugandan team.
I'm also looking at the Ugandan side where you don't have big names there. Even the South African too. No, I think most of the players play domestic league.
Well, You see one thing about the Ugandan team is. They probably might not be big names. I don't know where their players play, but this might be set of players that are just fling themselves somewhere in Europe and are just being called up. They might not even be playing in the top tier of Europe teams. Probably maybe they are in the League 2, the Spanish Division 2, like that, the EPL League 1. So they just pick them up. You can't compare them with set of players that play every day. There is this joy when you are playing that you feel like, yes, this team is playing at home. It's just like you watching the Mamelodi Sundowns and the Orlando Pirates game. You see how full the stadium is. Then there is a days like this whereby you are putting on your country jersey and you look around in your own stadium again. You meet a filled up stadium with familiar faces, familiar voice, familiar noise, the same sound, the same energy you get every week. There is that ginger that eats you that, yes, we need to do this for. There is that one guy, we need to do it for these people. And that's where you live. Your family are there. You live your life there. You know what it feels like. You get on the street. You know what the people really want. You feel that vibe. So I think that's one thing that has really helped them. If it's not, to me, I think it has really helped them a lot, because it's a different scenario whereby you can just lose and you just look like, okay, next weekend I'm going back to Europe to play my trade with my club. But in the South African team, it is a no. You lose, you are coming back next week. Just like what the Ghanaian supporters did when they lost, they showed their anger out. if it was to be a South African team, you can just it might just be you playing for Mamelodi Sounder. You gave a bad performance. Next week, you can just see your name within the banner and everything.
Yeah.
They will do it to you because they can
Yeah.
access you
And you'll be
easily.
seeing it.
You'll be
It's not
seeing
like
it.
you've been in
Yes,
Europe,
not
you
that
don't
you
know
be
it.
in Europe, you are seeing it online. They will do it to you. You will feel the pain they are feeling also.
Yeah.
So that's something different,
Well,
and it has really helped them.
it's actually different. And if
That's
you look
really
at other
helped them.
countries, that most of their players plays abroad, plays in Europe.
Once they are done,
go
they are
outside, they lost the match.
They are
go
going.
back to to Europe.
They probably
And
might not even return back to their country, leave from their camp, and they go. That's just it.
Right. And 3 minutes additional time almost over is what the referee added to the second half. And it is still South Africa leading 1-0 in this encounter. That goal by Foster is actually the only thing that has separated
Probably
these two
maybe it's only Foster self that will go back to Europe.
sides.
The rest, I think Foster, he said he plays for Burnley, right?
Yeah, Foster play for Burnley.
Burnley.
Yeah.
Maybe he's the only one that will be going back to to Europe. The rest might just be at home back. So that's one thing that really helped them. Because I think that it has really helped them a lot. There is that one guy there. Because it's a different ball game when you know you won't want to lose. You won't want to lose. Because you know, okay, your kids are schooling there. They are in this, you know, okay.
You
now,
join them in reading the newspaper
yes,
today.
you are moving around. You get home, it is your local channel you are watching. You tune in your TV and you are saying, okay, blah, 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 the headline news. You know, you feel it, not you logging in on maybe the social media stuff and then you are meeting your name. No, you feel it. You see your people reading it to you. You see your people telling you. That's just what it feels like.
But if you look at the Nigerian side now, right, the line up from do I say it's Labadia or it's Guavon that actually drafted that 25-man list for Super Eagles of Nigeria. You look at it, how many domestic players do we have there?
Well, to me, I think that is one really undoing. I really feel. I think, though the last time there was, I think, two players from the domestic league that made it, but though I don't think they had any playing chance. It was only what's this defender name again? Saminu or so. I don't want to. He's a central back, if I'm not mistaken. They paired, yes,
okay,
maybe Saminu or. But I think he's in one African league also. One African league. I think. So let's go back to that. I think there is nothing really bad if you're having a 25-man list and you feel like, okay, 3 sport. It is a qualifier. Just for your own base player to have a sense of belonging. Let's be frank with ourselves. The 25 players, not all of them will get on the field at the same time. There is nothing bad if 3 spots is just being left for the home base. And probably we might be getting there now because I saw a list of the assistant coach. I think about 3 are home base coach. I think
all of them are home base.
Home base
one
coach.
From Enugu Rangers, one from the
Remo Stars.
Yeah.
So I think maybe now.
So it's a welcome development.
Yes, it's a welcome development. Because now they will feel like, okay, let's give this. These are players that really knows what it feels like. These are coaches that are there up with the players every day. So I think it might just be of the same idea of knowing who should, integrate into the Super Eagles team. Because I think it has really gone beyond just using big names. African football is not a matter of big names anymore. It's a matter of the hunger. And I think no player from the local league will come in right now and won't want to give his 100. Because if you don't give a 100 performance, you are never getting close to putting on that jersey anymore.
Yeah.
So if you get a chance once, you just want to grab it. You want to make a good save for yourself. Say yourself to the world. Because I think it's a good development though, and it now comes down to if the coaches get it right.
Yeah.
Because if they don't get it right, there will be a change in management also. But for how long are we going to keep on doing that in Nigeria? They really need to get down. They need to really sit back and get that aspect sorted real quick. Because 2025 is just a stone throw away from us. Though we might be, and we need to. One advantage we really need to look at is this South African team will have come 2025 from African Cup of Nations. We need to look at the game time of players playing in Europe. Let's make Nigeria let's use the Nigerian Super Eagles as an example now. You need to look at the likes of Boniface. These are starter every day where they play.
Yeah.
That means for Boniface right now, for the next 6-7 months, if he is injury free, he will be playing every 3 days. Prior to the next AFCON. Once there is and now 2025, there is how will I put it? There is this Champions League. If it's they will keep on with that again.
Yeah.
On to December, and we know how that means there is like you are playing a full year of football every 3 days. Then there is no break again. You are coming back December. There will be fatigue. Coming back to meet different, not players whereby you play week in, week out with. So that's one advantage the South African team might have. They might be able to keep that energy, keep that philosophy together, and have beautiful space to explore themselves rather than other teams that will depend on players coming from Europe
who were already having a tired leg.
Yes,
And you look at the format of the
Champions League now,
Champions League
and
this
the
season.
whole European this thing now.
Everything, even the ongoing.
And I won't be
Europa Nation
surprised
League.
if the African Cup of Nations time, if it reach and we see some European coach say no, they are not letting out their players.
Of course.
Because we've seen it before. We've seen coach tell some players, I'm not letting you go. It happened to John Mikel Obi. I think maybe it was Conte then or so.
Yeah.
When he left for the Olympic, and immediately he came back. He was no more. He lost his spot. So, but there are some players that they will also feel like I don't want to lose the jersey. So it goes a long way. I think the perfect time would have been them playing it during the summer break, during the when the whole season is over. Just play it within the June, July. But I don't know why it was shifted to December now.
We just talk about the local team, how South African will benefit, what they stand to benefit, and we also talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Most of the players are foreign. They play their trade in Europe. Now, like I said that is something I like so much that the NFF did right now by bringing in Fidelis Ilechukwu. That was the one that won the MPFL. Yeah, then they bring in Daniel Ogumodede also to support the technical director, Guavon. I think with this player, they know the local team. They know the players that plays in the domestic league. But don't you think after this, they should be making their input by bringing in some local team too?
Local
players. Yeah.
Well, I think the local players. I think this
because that is the only people they know. The local player they know.
I think one thing I really feel is this. No, they know the European players. They are also big names. No one will say they don't know them. But one thing I feel is, let's be realistic though. The Nigerian Premier League standard is not yet up there to really have people should be starting for the Super Eagles. It's not up there to have people starting for the Super Eagles right now. So for me, I just feel like if they get it real right now, so the likes of them, Boniface, Ademola Lookman and Co, these are sure starters. They will keep starting every day. So the MPFL, the local league, is not yet there. Though that does not mean they should not still make out a little bit of slot for some players from the domestic league, just to boost their morale and have a sense of belonging that okay, we can play in the league and still make it to the Super Eagles. But still, a lot of work still has to be done before they can say they deserve there. Okay. Right now, we need to look at the front line. There is no attackers in the NPFL who will be up there with the likes of Ademola Lookman, Boniface, Osimhen, Awoni. We are blessed with talent, but still, it is not a bad idea if one or two are being called up just to, have a sense of belonging. Yeah. That's just it.
All right, you can hear that from the Lakbom himself. All right, now we're talking about this African Cup of Nations. We've seen the rivalry. I think to me it's a healthy rivalry. When we talk about Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, and to some extension, we also have Cameroon also anytime they play. But hey, like now we've seen yesterday we saw Ghana. Ghana fucked up yesterday. No, I'm sorry for using that word. To me, they had all it takes in their hand, but they threw it away. You understand what I'm saying? And then we see, okay, South Africa right now doing well. So, what do you think about Nigeria and Cameroon?
Well, I think the Cameroon, I think they've gone back to their drawing board. The only one doing there was I think what's this called? Their legend again. This is their striker.
Okay,
Samuel Eto'o. There was this scenario with him, maybe him wanting a certain coach, and the Cameroon, maybe the IFA also wanting another coach. I think if they get it right back, I think they are good to go. We saw them was it not 2 AFCON ago or 3 AFCON? I think they won that.
Even the last one,
they were there. So I think it's a matter of if they can get their how will I put it?
Their team together.
Their team, not really their team. The ministry, their board, the board. If they can get themselves together and come down to one word, I think it will really really do them more good than harm. So I think they really need to work on that.
You know, because the Cameroonian right now, their name is bigger than what they are actually doing
Yes.
now. Because after Egypt, who has won the African Cup of Nations 7 times, they have won it 5 times, and Ghana followed them 4 times before Nigeria and Cote d'Ivoire, who are 3-3 right now. But South Africa, with all the leagues they have, and Morocco have good leagues too. South Africa just won it once, and Morocco, I don't think Morocco too is maybe once, or they've not even won it before.
Well, I think you see, one thing is when it comes down to the African football in general, in the sense of AFCON, maybe winning the tournament, they might have not really done well like other African teams. But when it comes down to African football, our domestic league in Africa, they are way, way ahead of the rest of us. They've gotten it right in that place. The rest of us, we really need to depend on let me say, our foreign players that we've sold away. But one thing, it is a matter. It is just about choice and chances. The likes of the way that Victor Osimhen, our players have really been able to exploit themselves in Europe. The South Africans have not really gotten, they've not really been able to sell themselves in that way. But that does not mean they don't have the quality players around in their league also. And we've seen them. Okay, let's take a look at what's they called again? The Super Eagles. We lost to what's their name? The Ivory Coast at the last African Cup of Nations. On paper, the Super Eagles has like a very rich starting 11 from the defense to the attack. You would expect a wash
in the opener. I think the opener Nigeria won them. Yeah, in the group stage.
We won one. It got a penalty.
Yeah,
because it was not even we winning with we like writing them off. It was they came into the party. African football is not about big names anymore. Because you look at the Super Eagles. What was this our former manager name again? Is it Ganetwo? Or what's his name? Ganetwo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, I think you need to
Is it
look
the one
at
that took them to the
Pasero. Yeah, Pasero. You need to look at the way he plays, the way his philosophy. What was this saying? It's just a push and follow football. And that's typical African football. They will come at you with strength. Now you need to look at that was what make DR.CONGO a good defender at the last AFCON, because he's this man that really wants physicality. It depends on physicality, and it affected our attackers a lot.
Of course, he won the player of the tournament.
Yes,
he won the player of the tournament. Because
he deserved it because it affected our attackers and our attacking midfielder. You need to look at the final whereby you see a certain. I saw people when they came out and the whole blame was on Alex Iwobi. Probably if we played the final against Morocco, Egypt, the North African team that want to put the ball on the down and depend on flexibility, I think probably we would have seen how good Iwobi can be on his day. But against the Ivory Coast, it was more of strength, more of playing the typical African football. And you don't expect an Alex Iwobi, who is this kind of player that will want to pick those holes out. In African football, they won't give you a chance to even look behind. It takes a lot before you can beat them with those one-time pass, one-time stuff. So I think that was just one of the undoings of the Super Eagles side at the last African Cup of Nations.
All right, let's quickly look at what is happening in the other group there, where we have DR.CONGO leading right now in their group. That is Group H. DR.CONGO is on top. If it ends like this, they will be having 3 points, and Ethiopia also behind with 1 point. Tanzania third with 1 point, and then we'll be having Guinea as the last on that group there. If it ends like that, then we talk about the other group here. We talk about Group G, where we have Sierra Leone right now with Chad 1 point, because right now they are playing draw. Ivory Coast, Zambia will play later on. So that table still remains Sierra Leone top, Chad second, Ivory Coast third, and Zambia is fourth, waiting for their first match to play in that encounter. And in this South African group, where we have Group K, we have South Africa right now on top. Though Congo won their first match, they won South Sudan 1-0. Yeah, that was yesterday match. So in that group now, South Africa is sitting top with Congo second, Uganda. Then South Sudan is fourth on the table in that encounter. Then we have another group here, which is Group E, where we have Algeria already standing top. They won 2-0 yesterday against Equatorial Guinea. And right now, Liberia vs Togo logging on right now, and it is still a goalless in that encounter. So the end result of this match is being played right now. We determine how the table will change, and we'll be able to know those who will qualify for the African Cup of Nations. But looking at it, which of those countries do you think you are expecting to see in the African Cup of Nations?
Well, depending on the group, which group is that?
Yeah, okay. Depending on the group, no, I'm talking about okay, South Africa in this group. Do you think South Africa will make it?
Sure, they will, they will, they will.
Yeah. Then in the other group, DR.CONGO, where you have DR.CONGO and Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Guinea.
Well, I'll be rooting for DR Congo and Guinea.
DR.CONGO and Guinea, but though Guinea lost their first match.
Yes, yes, I know. They will. It's normal African. You won't win all your group stage game. That's certain.
All right. What about the other group where we have Sierra Leone, Chad, Ivory Coast, and Zambia?
Well, I think Ivory Coast will go, and any other team that gets it right, that knows is ready to qualify.
All right. And Ivory Coast and any other team, we have Sierra Leone and Zambia.
Yes, I think the remaining three, I put them in the same bracket, like they are. Whosoever can just get it right, Ivory Coast will surely come out on top.
All right. In Group E, where we have Algeria, Liberia, Togo, and Equatorial Guinea.
Well, I'll be rooting for Algeria and Equatorial Guinea.
All right, we're rooting for Equatorial Guinea. That is a good one. So, so what are your expectations in this second half? Any moment from now, the second half will start.
Well, just as the first half ended, I think the South African team should just one thing they should just do right is try and just defend, they've done so well in the first half, keeping the Ugandan attack force away from their box. Just one shot in the whole 45 minutes. That tells you how good their defense have really worked out to keep them away from their goal post. So I think if they come into the second half with the same philosophy, I think they will end up going on with the whole 3 point. And who says they can't get one more goal? I think it's less work South Africa and more work the Ugandan side.
All right, because at the end of the first half here, we see goal attempt for South Africa, and they had 6 goal attempts, and Uganda had just one. Shot on goal, 5 for South Africa. Then Uganda had none. Corner kick 2 for South Africa, and then 3 for Uganda. Goalkeeper save, 4 goalkeeper save for Ugandan goalkeeper, and the South African goalkeeper has not actually saved any.
I think it's just one of those days where you, as a goalkeeper, you expect you should just come out with a dirty a stained clothes, but at the end of the match, your kit is just as good as you've not worn it before.
All right, we'll talk about the substitution of those on the bench for South Africa, where we have Adams is on the bench and Basadien on the bench. Then we have Chinese is a goalkeeper on the bench, and we have Ricardo Goes. Yeah, Ricardo Goes also a goalkeeper. Like 3 goalkeeper. Well, we saw the goalkeeper of South Africa did very well at the African Cup of Nations. That is what's his name? William.
What's his name? Yeah, William.
He did very well. In fact, he was the goalkeeper of the tournament. But here, he's not with the South African in the qualifier.
Well, William.
You remember? Yeah.
He
was the best goalkeeper because he was competing with Wambale to win it.
Yeah.
And he won it at the end of it.
Well, I think probably maybe he's injured also for some reasons. I wish you can just check and let us know why he's not. Because for real, I think he should be starting, and maybe just for some reasons he's not in the team. Maybe personal reasons or injury. Because he's a fantastic keeper, a very good keeper on his own day.
All right, and then we talk about we have on the bench here where we have
the Uganda.
No. Still South Africa.
Okay.
We have Kikana is on the bench, Maswagani is on the bench, and Mbata on the bench, Mobe is on the bench, Mufakeng on the bench, Morena on the bench, Reina and CBC on the bench for South Africa. So those are the players on the bench for South Africa. Yeah.
Well, an LD bench to them, because I think there's a substitution coming up. So I think an LD one from them. They should be winning this. I think this Ugandan team, they still have a lot of work to do if they really want to get out of this group. Because no. With what I've seen so far, I've not really been impressed with them. I think the South African team have really shown level ahead of them. They've not really come into the game to match the South African team, talent for talent, hunger for hunger, or in so any other way. The South African team have really been ahead of them. And well, the second half is on the way. So let's see how it goes.
All right, the second half I've just started right now, and it is Uganda who are attacking South Africa from the midfield. But it has been dispossessed by this South African, and the South African have to take the ball back to them. Let's see if the South African can go ahead, 2 goals ahead of the Uganda, or if the Uganda will be able to equalize this at this point in time. Or the South Africans are looking more comfortable in this encounter. And right now the ball is being passed to Situa. That is the South African player there. He decided to go to his man there, Mokwana. They're battling it up there from the right wing of the South African side. Back there into the midfield. Mokoena. Pardon my pronunciation of this name. And we have Zwane. Yeah, and it's South African this time around again. Can they make it 2? Beautiful position there. A shot block there.
Now? You should be shooting that.
A shot block there, but the Ugandan dispossessed that, and they're right now with the ball. And the Ugandan has been brought down there by the South African player there, and it's going to be a free kick against South Africa in their own half. Quickly taken by the Ugandans. They want to attack the South African on the right wing, but they decide to come into the midfield there. But that one has been headed out by the South African defense. And the Uganda again take possession of the ball, but the referee blew an infringement there against the South African. Quickly taking.
What was that?
Oh, well, there was so much weight on that, and the the Ugandan player from the right could not catch up with that. Throwing to South Africa, quickly taking and building momentum again from their own final third there. And South African style of playing, they play flowing football. They play flowing football. They hold the ball, and as they are playing, they are running, they are moving. They don't.
I think one thing about them is once they're attacking, they give you this modern vibe. But defending, they give you that ruggedity, the physicality you expect from a proper African team. And I think Hugo Boozley has really done a very good job, mashing up this set of players together, and they are really showing like they are ready. This is not a team that looks like maybe they don't know what they are here for. They understand the philosophy, the style of play. They understand what they really want. You are watching them, this is not just individual brilliance. This is like set of players that have really studied what their coach want and are ready to drop it on the field right now for everybody to see. Because there is that their positioning play is really good. You see a man, they know how to really mark. Once there is a player on a Ugandan attacker, you see another one trying to create space to go block ahead. So it has really helped them, and they've been caging all this Ugandan attack. I think before the Ugandan team can really get it going, I think probably a defensive error or a set piece.
And right now there is a corner kick. There's a set piece here. Let's see if they're going to get an equalizer against South Africa. Corner kick quickly taken and headed now. And it is a moment for South Africa to counter. Will they go for the counter?
Now. What else?
Yeah, moving. He has a man to beat.
He should release
this
pass.
He released that one too.
He should have passed that since now. He was not looking up.
He was not actually looking up, and that was Zwane who actually got that moment.
Fine winger. Yeah. Fine player. Because I remember him at the just concluded AFCON.
Yeah.
Wow.
Timber Zwane, he was fantastic. He played fantastic in the African Cup of Nations. Yeah. He had that flow, but he was not. He didn't get his pass to the target. Yeah. And right now it is a battle there from the right wing, 2 Ugandan against 1 South African, and the Ugandan won a throw-in there. At this point in time, it was a battle in that place with the South African player there. That's number 9 player there. Yeah.
Well, good play so far from the South African team. They've really come into the second half with the same energy, the same momentum. They ended the first 45 minutes with. And you can just say, what's his name again? Zwane there trying to, call on the players to let's go and let's see if we can get one more goal and let's just score this a day.
Yeah. That battle there was with Foster. He was brought down the number 9. Yeah.
Goal scorer.
Yeah.
And their only goal safe so
Yeah,
far.
the only goal in this encounter. Yeah, and Uganda had a back pass to their goalkeeper, who decided to go with his central defender there. And from there into the midfield. And the moment there, can he get to that ball? There was so
Oh,
much
no,
weight
no
on it.
way, no way we
And
get it.
South Africa returned that one back to their goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper returned it into the half of the Ugandan. Yeah, can anybody get to that?
What's
There's a run
this?
there. Oh!
What are they doing?
You see that?
Like no communication within them.
Uganda just equalized.
Wow.
1-1.
Wow.
Whoa! What a game!
What a game and what a goal. Like
We saw the determination. They came in the second half. You know, they were hungry. They actually want to get a point out of this. You know, and that was it. A beautiful shot. Top of the left of the pool.
Wow. What a goal. What that was it. I think that was what I saw Zwane doing not quite long. There was this hunger like let's go, let's see if we can just get a goal to seal it up. And you see the funniest part about African football now is this Ugandan team now they can go back and sit back and the South African will keep knocking at them and they won't get a goal. And the game will end 1-1 like this.
And they will close it all. And that goal was scored by Omendi, Dyson Dennis Omendi, who play for
African
Kitara.
football is more about physicality because I don't know why the coach is not keep blowing there. Why it's not?
If you look at the central defender, I want to say defensive midfielder, they allowed that ball. He had all the time.
Yeah. He should close him down.
Yeah,
He should have closed him down. Yes.
Him.
They exposed the goalkeeper
They
there.
exposed the goalkeeper. They allowed him. They were just waiting for him to come.
Yeah, they exposed
But he
the
has
goalkeeper.
shot. He has power. He has shot on his leg, and
Well,
he released it.
I think every African footballer knows they really have a strong foot. So I think one thing he really did there was he hit it with precision. He understood it, he understood it where he want to put it, the angle and everything. And he was so lucky that it came out the way he wanted. If he actually hit it the way he wanted. If it was not just a one from the one off play, like just let me strike. So I think good goal from him there, and I think this is one thing they really need right now. Because I said it earlier, I said the South African team they have lesser work to do, and the Uganda has a lot of work to do. And kudos, they've come into the second half, they've gotten one. And let's see, right now it's matter of the South African team now having a lot to do, because this will really brighten up the spirit of the Ugandan side, and they will want to come out. Who says they can get another goal?
Yeah, of course they can get another goal. And if you look at the history of these two sides, you know, in the last 4 matches they've played, both teams have actually scored.
Wow.
But if you look at it, it's South Africa who has actually won in most of those matches.
Huh?
Yeah, 2-1, 2-1, and there was one they drew, and a penalty had to separate them. And South Africa still won.
Well, records are meant to be broken. So who knows? Maybe it's today.
Yeah, who knows if it is today?
They and just really need to what? Was
and
this?
And shot again! Oh!
What a goal
for Uganda!
What a goal!
My God!
What a goal! I was about asking him that why are you aiming for the goalpost from there? Like, wow! He caught the goalkeeper on our way, and I think what's the goalkeeper doing there?
You know, they tested him the first time.
Yes.
Yeah, from that shot from.
Wow, you could see the way they were.
Oh, Mama Joy. We know her in the African
yeah.
name. Mama Joy.
Wow.
She's always there. You know, she's the face of the South African side. When it comes to the fans,
so
she support them all the
shocked,
time.
man.
And you can see the shock in her face.
Wow.
What a goal for the Ugandan from almost the center circle. Just an inch away from the center circle. That ballistic shot came into
What's
the net.
What's the goalkeeper doing there?
You know, right now they will be missing Williams.
Oh no, this is the goalkeeper here now. He should be doing better there. He should be doing better there. He should be doing better.
You know.
Wow.
You know, from that first one is pardonable.
Yeah, but this one was straight at him. Just come with a firm hand and know this. What's he doing? What's he doing?
Wow! And look at the celebration. He just releasing his. Oh my God! And right now in South Africa, it is 2-1 right now in South Africa, and it is.
I think right now my wedding at the beginning of the second half is now vice versa. South Africa now have to do, because less than 10 minutes into the second half, and you can see 2 goals. That's really too much. Leading 1-0. I think you should even tidy up yourself, tidy up your and I won't really see this like more of a defensive error, because those goals came like away from the first one, I won't blame the defenders. I'll blame the defensive midfielder because they should be there trying to catch up with that guy. He gave him the whole chance. The second goal again, see for more is shooting. I don't expect the defender should be there unless he's leaving his own position. I think the midfielders have really let them down in this second 45 minutes. They've really looked down on the Ugandan team and they've really come out to tell them, hey, no, we are capable of doing wonders, and they've scored some wonders of goals so far.
Wow. Wonderful goal. Look at the distance. Look at the distance of those two goals. Beautiful goal. And right now, this match is being played in Loftus Versfeld Stadium in Pretoria, the 51,762 capacity stadium. And you can see the South African fans there.
Well, I trust the South African team. They will still go out. They will go all out. There is that hunger in them. Even if I don't really see them losing this game, though. I still feel they can actually, come out with a draw probably. Cause I don't see them like losing this game. Cause they know what is at stake. They know what it really means. So, and I think they have their fans. This is not the first time they are having this set of people chanting them and cheering them up. And trust me, they are, rather than their fans really letting them their momentum die down, they will really let them know we are your number one supporter out here. So leave whatever happens within the stadium, it happens within the stadium. It stays in the stadium because there is that sense of belonging among them. And I think they will share them up, and probably the players will do them some good and maybe get a point.
Yeah. All right, that goal was scored in the 54th minute of this encounter. It was scored by Rogers Mato. Rogers Mato, he played in Brera Tromika, just a local African club there. But hey, the shot in his leg is an international. How can I describe that kind of goal?
Well, maybe Chelsea will be looking out for him.
It was a rocket shot.
Chelsea will be looking out for him. Maybe some shot they expect from what's his name again? Mudwik is what he's giving them now. So I think what's happening here?
So that is the situation.
Is that a corner? I think the frustration is beginning to pan on the South African side. They really need to keep their head calm. What's he doing there? He needs to keep his head calm.
You already know South Africans are having a yellow card in this encounter.
They need to keep their head calm.
Mudwa is also having a yellow card.
They really need to keep their head calm and know what they are doing, because as it stands right now, you are losing 2-1, and this Ugandan team will try and come out and frustrate you. You need to really work on your. These are experienced players. You play week in, week out. You need to really work on your anger and know that yes, this how would I put it, a qualifier. This is just the match they won. It goes beyond you just losing this game. A silly tackle, a silly behavior from you might just not just only make you miss the next match. You can just go into some drastic argument with a player, and before you know, the FA, the CAF, and everyone are on you, and they just feel like, okay, this should be more than a match. You really need to know, yes, this is you at the African stage, and it's a game match. It's still going up to match day 6. This just match day 1. So there is a lot of time to really correct your wrongs. If you feel there is an undoing in this game, there is a lot of time to put a smile on the South African supporters, put a smile on their face back. So I think they should work on their emotion right now, because I think that's one thing the Ugandan team are trying to use and get them right now.
Yeah, when they were even leading, they were even considering yellow card. Now that frustration will begin to set in, that means they will get more yellow card. But right now, it is the Ugandan that has been given a yellow card right now, and it is Kayondo. Kayondo has been given a yellow card in the 59th minute of this encounter. So far, it is the 59th minute of this encounter, and it is South Africa 1, Uganda 1. How sudden they just turned. Uganda 2, sorry. 2. South Africa 1, Uganda 2. How they have actually turned the hands of this game, to their own favor.
Well, it's one of those moments that make football special. Those are one of the things that make football special. You just need to look at it. Coming into the first 45 minutes, it was everything South Africa. Even in the second 45 minutes, it has still been South Africa dominating play, but they've not really converted. And I think we need to give kudos to the way the Ugandan, the way they got those 2 goals, because they've been trying. To me, I've not seen them being able to break that South African defense, and they decided okay, let's see if we can shoot from afar, from distance, and they did it the first time. they got it. And I think the second player also having that belief that yes, I can aim from that spot again. I think is 100 to him there. He did it right and he got it right. So, but I don't see them doing it the third time. And if they do it again the third time and get it right, then that means something must be wrong.
Yeah, that means something might be wrong if they do it the third time and get it. And if you look at the space of time that the goals came, it was not just much. 51 minutes they got the equalizer, and 54 minutes they got the second one, and they are leading right now, just within 3 minutes.
Well, I think one other thing that might just haunt the Ugandan side here is if they go back and sit back. They should not sit back. I think they should still enjoy the game for at least the next 15 minutes. Try and push it up to the 80th minute, because this is African football. There is nothing like you are trying to maybe save energy or burn out energy in African football. They will match you energy for energy any minute. If the game is going on to the 120th minute, you will get the same energy from both sides. So I think the Ugandan team just really need to not sit back, enjoy the game. Understand a certain philosophy right now. It is not a matter of you just getting to the midfield and you want to take another shot. If you are hitting the South African team on the counter, let your wing backs really know that okay, yes, be ready for the ones. Not just everybody sitting back with the way they are doing right now. Because if the South African get an equalizer here, they will probably just get a winner. If they can get an equalizer before this 80th minute, I see the South African team still winning this. If they can.
All right, and talking about the South African team right now, a draw for you. Let me talk about the Ugandan side. For the Ugandan now, a draw is a good result.
Yes, a very good one for them. And even with the way they are leading right now, it is a very, very good and excellent result for them. Coming to South Africa, going back with the 3 point, with the way we know how the South African fans, the way we know their supporters are. One good thing about the South African team is, even if you watch their domestic league, you will hardly see an empty stadium. When it comes to their top playing, their top teams playing, the stadium will be full. So now imagine it is their own national team. If you would look at the Ugandan fans that will be in this stadium, they will be so little, and still coming out here to get, even getting 2 goals is really, really, it shows how that sense of belief they've brought into the second 45 minutes. Maybe if they've really come out in the way they out the second half, if they've really got into the game like that, probably they would have not gone a go down in the first 45 minutes, because at the end of the first 45 minutes it was just one shot. And probably maybe their coach was like, try and shoot from outside, aim from distance, let's see what happens. And they've come in and it has really helped them in the second 45 minutes, because I think flare for flare, it's really hard for them to break that South African defense for me. So
all right, there's a substitute here. Reynolds has been brought in, and Apolis has been substituted here in the second half.
For the South African?
For the South African, yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're beginning to substitute, begin to bring in new fresh legs.
Well, I think
that is a new idea.
Well, I think the coach knows what it is. This is the first day. This is the match they want. And playing at home, they will surely, I trust them, they will surely want to get, even if it is a point. Because one thing about the South African is there is this, how would I put it, this connection within everybody. They feel the same vibe. If we are losing, we are all losing. If we are winning, we are all winning. The only thing that you hardly see there in the South African setup is that hunger to win. And I think that hunger has not really died right now. The only one I'm doing there is just them going 2 goals down. Them conceding 2 goals, so early in the second 45 minutes. Because less than 10 minutes into the second half, with the way they play the first 45 minutes, you wouldn't expect them should go down like this.
All right, you expect them to go for a fight. They can't go down without a fight. They definitely have to fight in this one, in this encounter. So right now, as it is, South Africa have to come back in this game, because this is the first match of the qualifier in their own group.
Regardless, they will qualify even if they lose this game. They will.
But we've seen that the South African, in 5 consecutive times, they didn't qualify for the African Cup of Nations. 5 consecutive times they failed to qualify, and there was a time back to back.
5 consecutive.
5 times they don't qualify. Obviously, consecutively 3 times they didn't qualify.
Okay.
But we've seen that in total number of times they failed to qualify.
How many times have the Super Eagles, Uncle?
The Super Eagle. The Super Eagle, I think it's 4 times now.
For
And they
we are
are
still
featured
close
in
now.
the Super Eagle are featured in the African Cup of Nations 20 times.
And we've won how many?
Three. Super Eagles have won three. So South Africa, I think this is their 12th campaign. It is their 12th campaign, but they won it once, 1996. So that is what so far. So some of the history of this. But and again, another substitution. Mekwana has been substituted, and Morina has been introduced by Hugo Bruce,
Well, I
the
think
coach. Yeah.
Ugo Bulls is just trying to, bring in new energy into the setup of the game because we really need to look at the way they start. I think the only what's this their winger name? What's his name again?
Yeah, this Engram Reynolds is a forward.
The
Yeah.
forward. So you
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
he knows what he knows what he wants right now. All what he wants is get that goal, get that equalizer, even if you won't win.
Then Elias Mukwana is also a forward.
forward,
He's
you
playing
can
for Esperance Tunis.
Experience. That's in Tunisia, if I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
So he really wants to get a point. He's bringing in all his forwards right now. He knows that you can't lose 3 points in your first day playing at home again. So and we know the way the South Africans are. They will do things for them. Whatever it is their own, they cherish it.
Yeah.
They go for it like we don't want to know anything. So they are putting on their jersey right now. The hunger is in those players. They know we can't lose. We really want to. We want to come out, even if it's just with a point. They just want to be at the next African Cup of Nations. They want to start with some bit of because the next time they'll be playing another qualifier is November. November next month or October. No, I think November or October if I'm not wrong. So I think and after then again before it happens again probably
Next
till
year.
next year maybe March. So like you just have to finish this first phase with comfort. Be like okay,
Yeah.
you have a 100% record when you go back, and then you can still look back and be like okay, when the next phase comes up again, we kick start from there. Not you kicking start the next phase from a losing aspect whereby you have that hunger like you want to win,
And become desperate.
and you become desperate. And when you get too desperate, everything might just spoil
Yeah,
at the end
yeah,
of the day, and you lose at both ends. So I think for them right now, if they get a point right now, but you can see their fans still standing
Still,
up, still
cheering them up.
So that's just it. If they get a point, yeah, I won't say not really a good result though, but maybe not also a bad one. Maybe they can go into the next game, get 3 point, 4 point, put themselves up there in the league, on the table, not seeing themselves sitting. Wow, see from
Look
where he
at
aimed
that
at
shot.
that. But the keeper should be doing
No.
better.
It was
He should
the
be
undoing
doing
of the
better.
keeper.
He
It
should
was
be
the
doing better.
yeah. It was the keeper who
He should
actually
be
put
doing
them into this
better.
mess. This kind of goal will not pass through Williams.
For real, yeah.
Will not pass through him.
The
Which-
ball was straight at him. He saw the
These
ball.
are the
He
ball- these are the kind
he
of
had a
ball-
whole lot of
Even the
seconds.
first one,
to-
Williams will have saved it.
Probably-
I wonder why South Africa
No. You see, probably that the first one, where the ball was really placed at, I think it can beat a whole lot of goalkeepers. Even the European goalkeeper, it can go past them. I think the only undoing there was I think they should be disturbing that Ugandan player for the first goal. He shouldn't be have that freedom and that time and space should aim at that. So that's why I blame their midfielders. Like you should be close to him. You should not give him that freedom there. So that's just the only undoing there. I won't really fault the goalkeeper over that one. Because I'm probably why I won't fault him is probably maybe his positioning is right. But for the second goal, is on 100 the whole fault is for me. And I think the South African are trying to attack back right now from left to right, and they are doing it right.
All right, they are doing it right. And South Africa are attacking very well. They need to get a point in their own land in Pretoria. It is not. It will not be a comfortable result if they are defeated here by the Ugandans, and so they have to fight for it. And this is South African who are attacking with the ball right now, building momentum from the midfield. They have a man to beat. Yeah, in midfield battle, and now they shift it back into the Ugandan half. Yeah, into the Ugandan half. And you can see the Ugandan, every man right now behind the ball.
Well, I think I don't know what the coach is trying to tell them, but I just hope it works out well. Because you need to look at this South African team. Almost the whole South Africa player are in the Ugandan half right now. They are going at them. So if with this pattern they really get the equalizing, I think it will be really hard for the Ugandan team to really go home with a point right now. Because it's still early days. We are in the 60 what minute?
We are in the 69th minute. Now
69th
the
minute,
70th minute. Yeah.
70th minute. Wow, wow. I
70th
think
minute. Just
maybe
20
they
minutes
should
to go.
probably they shouldn't be doing this right now. They should be doing that probably maybe in the 80th minute. And we saw the South African. They almost had the equalizer over there right now.
Mm.
But I think that was played wide away, and they will be starting the attack again. The Ugandan will be starting the attack right now.
Yeah,
No, wait, is a penalty or a free kick?
wow.
Oh no, it's a free
There's
kick.
a free kick to South
South
Africa
I think
in a very dangerous
dangerous
position.
position.
Yeah. In a very dangerous position.
What can they do there?
Taking.
Oh no, no, no,
Oh,
no,
they
no, no.
missed that one. They missed that one. They missed that one. And
You should be doing better.
South
there.
African right now still with the ball attacking in the Ugandan half. Yeah, from the right wing there. But hey, it's going to be a throwing right now. No. So you're looking at the pressure
No,
right
it's a
now.
corner.
Uh-huh.
Let's see what they can do
It's a
from here.
corner
Maybe
kick,
they
yeah.
can probably just put one back as we wait them to take the corner. We can see the wow, see what's he doing there?
Corner
And the
quickly
corner is
taken
taken. Oh no, no,
and
no,
cleared
no. It
out
was
by the
cleared out.
Ugandan. Yeah, the ball right now with the South African who has actually possessed that ball. Now looking for a better way to pass through.
And they are still on the attack. Wow, wow,
Yeah.
wow, on offside there.
All right, let's quickly look at the result of other matches being played so far in this encounter. Yeah, and it's still 1-0 between DR.CONGO versus Guinea and goalless between Sierra Leone versus Chad. And goalless also between Togo versus Liberia. Yes, the match between South Africa versus Uganda. It is Uganda 2, South Africa 1 at this point in time. So, right now, let's see if South Africa will be able to come back to this. They just have 18 minutes to play to regulation time. Yeah, 18 minutes is what is separating these two sides. Yeah, yeah. If it ends like this, oh, what a way to pick an away victory. Yeah.
Yeah, I
In
think
Africa, those days very difficult for you to have away victory. But right now,
yes.
even in the local leagues,
the local
but
league, yes.
right now we are having it every day.
Well, I think the Ugandan team will be the one if they go home with 3 points, they will really be on. They will so much be happy, and I think they can bank on that. And who knows, maybe that's just what they need to get themselves at the next African Cup of Nations. Because you just need to look at it: a 3 point on your first day, sitting on top of the log, and not just defeating any out team, a South African team, a team that has really been together for so long. So I think good one for them. But there was still 18 minutes is still a lot of time for the South African team to also probably get a goal. And 18 minutes is also enough time for the Ugandan team to sit back and enjoy South Africa before they leave.
Of course, yeah. So talking about the South African side, definitely, Ugo Bruce want to experiment a lot of things. With those goalkeepers, see like 3 goalkeepers so far they brought to this list.
Well,
And,
for me, I don't really buy to that idea of bringing 3 goalkeepers to for qualifier, because at the end of the day, you all know it's 1 goalkeeper starting, and probably if you decide to just rest your first choice, then you have a second choice. I think the third choice goalkeeper is just a more of just like a matchup to make it a complete 25-man squad or whatsoever. To me.
all right, right now it is 1 to the Bafana and Ugandan Cranes leading in this encounter right now. And let's see if it will end like this. Let's quickly look at the start of this match. The stats gradually changing, where we have the ball possession 54 for South Africa and 46 for Uganda. Goal attempt, you see just where South Africa was in at the end of the first half. They had 6 goal attempts. That is where they have stopped. They've not actually had any goal attempt so far in the second half. Well, Uganda was having 1, but right now they are having 2, and that 2 was converted to the goal.
Well, I think the only one doing there has to be the midfield of the South African team. I think they lost it. They slept on it, and the Ugandan team, they really took advantage of that. Looking at the first 45 minutes, it has really been the South African wings. Their wingers really trying to break through, and I think that's one thing that really it has come down a little bit in the second 45 minutes, because they've not been that hunger again from those wings, from their wingers, and they've been like they've not really come into the party as expected the way they started the first 45 minutes, and probably maybe it's as a result of those changes, because I think those legs that really played the first 45 minutes, they really understood themselves. The possession play was really there, but so far in the second 45, I've not really seen those substitution really clicked and worked out as as I expected, or as they, or as Hugo Bulls expected it should be. I think it will still be feeling like maybe they can just get one goal from the one of play.
Yeah, one goal from the run of play. Yeah, indeed. And right now it is about to corner kick for the Ugandans quickly taken. Yeah, quickly taken there. Can they make this one again? Can they make it 3? If they get a goal, that will be the end of it.
That's the end of it. It is a game over. Then, but for if South Africa should now come from a leading position with the way, not just even you won the first 45 minutes, you are leading 1-0, you are playing comfortably, and at the end of the day, you are back in the second 45 minutes. And I won't blame Hugo Boots for those goals, because I think it still left the same set of players that won the first 45 minutes. I gave a good account of themselves. It just happened. You need to look at the way this.
Did they consider? It's like he considered goal before he started making substitution. Right? You know,
yes, yes, that's what I said.
Before he started making yes,
that's what I said.
Considered 2 goals.
That's what I said. I said I won't blame Hugo Boots here, because he left the same leg that won him the first 45 minutes till everything really went out.
Okay.
Then now we just need to look at the way the South African team are really set up right now in the second 45 minutes. See the way the Ugandan team right now, they are getting it right. They are trying to keep the South African team. The one thing I think they've really studied and gotten is they've understood that the South African play, it really starts from their midfield. Once they get it to their midfield, what's this their winger again? That went to the AFCON, Zani, or what's it called?
Zwane.
Timba Zwane. They've really kept him off a bit in the second 45 minutes. He has not really had that fluidity the way we saw him in the first 45 minutes, trying to take on defenders. It has not really worked out. So I think they've done so well in that aspect. And now kudos to their coach for him to be able to, notice that real quick and, tidy up that aspect. So good one for them. They've really not big names, and they've come out to, do everything right. So far, so good. They got 2 goals in 9 minutes. Who says South Africa can come back also? So maybe till the ref blows the final whistle before I really give them their flowers.
Yeah, we begin to think that Port Philo, the Belgian coach of Uganda, has actually done well with this team so far. I think he has been able to manage the resources at his disposal to get the maximum result so far. But at least I see them picking a point here, probably 3 or 1.
For me too, I see them picking a point. Pick them, if they don't slip on themselves, though. Because I'm down to the coach. I think, well, you talk about the resources. I won't really say little resources, because as a coach, you know what you are coming to meet. If you are not capable of leveling them up, then you don't pick the job. That's to me, because you don't expect. This is a national team. It's not a club side whereby you can pay and buy, whereby they will promise you you have to work with what is available. You have to get the best out of them. So even if it is a Pep Guardiola, the big name, the big coach of the world, coming in to pick up this Ugandan job, you have to work with the resource you have left. And that's why one thing I will tell you, bring your best leg. That's why I went down to the Super Eagles and I said, regardless of how much the home base will feel like they should be, just to have a sense of belonging. Because if we make it on performance wise, to me the NPFL, the setup of players are still a bit.
And again, if you remember the last African Cup of Nations, Super Eagles won under the gaffer
Sunday Oba. The 2013 Sunday Oba. When Sunday Oba won.
Score on Sunday. Well, you understand? It was an home-based player.
Well, I think Sunday Oba scenario is quite different. Because when you look at then 2013, we had a really good how would I say it? Let me say, how would I put it? There was a bit of the home base was the Nigerian NPFL was trying to kickstart back. You need to look back to 2020. Let's pick it from 2012 to 2015. We had the likes of Gambo Mohammed in the NPFL. You have Shizom Shikatawa. You have Ejike Uzwenyi. These are big names. These are African. These are guys that then Gambo Mohammed plays for I think Kano Pillars if I'm not wrong, and he will come. He will give. I think Gambo Mohammed even made it to. He had a cap with the Super Eagles, and there was that was close to them. What's this called again? This Nigerian guy now playing for Sevilla. Them Kelechi Iheanacho said. I think it was
defender.
Kelechi Iheanacho. I think they played the under 17
together.
No. Kelechi Iheanacho under 17. Said I think it should be 2013 also, or Kelechi Iheanacho did he not make it to that setup? The 2013 African Cup of Nations.
African Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
It's a super. Yeah. Yeah, it was part
Was
of
it
them.
part of them?
It was,
Because I think then there was a little bit of stuff like maybe was it 2013 or 2015. Well, shy away from then. But I just think the Super Eagles then, the league was really wide. You need to look at the defense. You have the likes of Azubuike, Ogbuagbona, what's this their wing back again? I've really forgotten those two guys.
Okay.
We had a fantastic
Omoru.
they're not even the Kenneth Omoru. I've forgotten their name. Right back and left back, they were home base. You have they went for the Shan and they went as far as I think they got themselves to maybe the semi final or quarter final before they went out. So the league was really wow. A good one there, a good one, a good free kick there. So then the league was really going, it was really going, and I don't really know where they went down a bit. So that brought Sunday Oba. Sunday Oba then was playing for I think Enugu Rangers or so. And the Enugu Rangers were I think they were playing on the continent also there, also that time. So but right now we need to look back. We have team representing us in the continent. What how are we going to rate their performance? And even if we go by the way of Sunday Oba, I think a player I feel like should have made that list out to be what's this Kano Pillars midfielder name Rabiu Ali. Rabiu Ali was a big name in the MPFL. He was a big he has even gone beyond the MPFL. He's a big name when it comes to Nigerian football locally in not even Nigerian football in African football. And you look at the Chan then. The Chan tournament then was really it has a lot of publicity. There was a lot of and you know Nigeria also qualifying then. That was what really sold Sunday Oba, and he had the chance and he took it right. That's one thing about Sunday Oba. And you need to look at the setup of players Sunday Oba was there with. You have the likes of Mikel. You have these are big names that are sharing you up, that are really like
cover you up,
that will cover you up.
They mix them up, they mix experience with strength and youthfulness. So yeah, and you can see the referee trying to push a player out there about to dip his hand in his and the player
should be going.
He should be giving him a yellow card.
Yes, now.
He should be giving the Ugandan a yellow card. That is discipline. You know.
These are some of the undoings of some African football. Like your team is leading 2-1. What's
he's trying to buy time there.
Buy time in the 81st minute.
Yes.
You are not even in the additional minute yet. You don't do this.
Let's quickly look at what has actually transpired where Makwala has been substituted here and Ijara for Uganda has been brought in. Yeah, he played for Esperance. You know, he played for what is it called? Arab contractor, that is Macaulon. Yeah, that's where he played. And the South Africa responded by bringing out Timbazwane. I don't know why he brought him out. Wow. And he introduced them Mufokeng. Yeah, he introduced them really Bohile Mufokeng. Yeah, who plays for Orlando Pirates. Yeah, no. So and right now it's South African. Yeah, dominating position. With the ball now into the midfield, the center circle, to be precise. And right now they go to the right wing. Can he run through them? Yeah. Oh, beat two man. They're about to be the third person there. Oh, and you can see South African fighting back to equalize. Oh, the goalkeeper got that one, and he want to waste time. He want to.
Sure. As expected, you are leading, so you need to just try and buy time as much as you can. So I think good one for them. They are getting it right. And I think the South African team right now, they are beginning to show this hunger right now. Like they really want to come out with a point. As they surely, I know them. These people are born fighters. They will fight to the dying members of this game. They will surely want to come out with at least a point. And I think at this point right now, I feel like one of the undoing this Ugandan team are doing right now is what I expect them should have done when they were leading is what they are trying to do now. They are trying to come out. And rather instead of them defending. And now you can see the South African team. They are trying to attack them as much as possible. And this South African team, one thing about them is they know how to burn you out. From defense to attack, it takes them just in some seconds. They are back there. They send the ball. They run after the ball. That's one thing about them.
Most of them are pacey players.
Yes, that's one
thing. And the moment they shot there! But there's a little deflection there. That should be a corner kick. Yeah, that should be a corner kick there. And it is the South African talisman there who took that shot there. Yeah, of course it's a corner kick. It's going to be a corner kick for South Africa at this point in time. Right now it is the 84th minute. Going to the 85th minute of this encounter. We just have 5 minutes to play on normal time there. 5 minutes to play, and South Africa have just 5 minutes in their hand to pick a point.
For an handball there.
Yeah.
I think he's making a shout for a penalty.
Yeah, it was.
But it was overlooked though.
Corner quickly taken.
What was this?
And the lost that one is going to be thrown to Uganda. You see, Uganda will have 5 minutes left. They're going to take 1 minute out of this.
Well, I think right now this set of players they will know like, wow, this is like our destiny being in our hands right now. So I think they will want to do everything right, but not them wasting time. I think wasting time is just like, you see, the goalkeeper really needs to know what he's doing. Also, you can waste time doing the additional minute. All the time you are wasting right now
will be added.
So once it gets into the additional movement, you can do as you like, buy time. If you like, take the ball to the bar line and just hold on there. But right now you can see they really and want
South African trying to build up.
Their communication. They really need to communicate with each other fast and make it clear. Not you waiting and no communication and looking at, will you kick the ball, should I hit the ball, and there is no one hitting it.
Throwing quickly taken by the South African side now. Yeah, trying to get into the 18 box of the Ugandan. They are attacking with ferocity right now. They are attacking with everything they have right now from the right wing into the 18 box on the shot there. Oh,
what was he trying
that
to
one
aim
went
for?
I
What was he aiming for
the crossbar there.
He had about 4 or 5 South African players in the box sitting there. If he had even aimed for a cross, would have been better. You have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You know, that's why I say when the
oh, he's a defender though.
Yes, a defender. When desperation sets in like this, sometimes you can't see clearly.
That's true, dude.
You can't see clearly because anxiety.
Yeah,
you be so anxious to get a goal. And you begin to do what you are not supposed to do. If it was in a relaxed mode now, it would have.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, but now they are looking at the time right now. The time they just have 3 minutes for to play on normal time. Before the referee add some minutes in this, and if the referee want to add probably 5 or so.
I think it should be up to 5. It should be up to.
Yeah, it should be up to 5.
And we had 2 goals in the second 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And with the substitutions and everything.
And the injuries.
So,
A player was injured there.
so
Yeah, throwing to Uganda, quickly taken direct into the South African half. And
I think the guys, as much as they really want to win this game, they really need to watch their back right now.
They really need
The
to watch
first
their
45
back.
minutes.
Beautiful play by the South African there. And a beautiful run from the left wing. Cross there. Oh! That one landed at the top of the net there. And the goalkeeper could not reach that one.
Well, it depends on what really. You see, now one thing about African football, was he aiming at the goalpost or he was trying a cross and he just miskicked it?
Like
because I think he
was actually looking for a cross. He was trying to cross because if he was going for the net, he would have added a little bit.
And even a little bit of precision.
Yeah, precision. Yeah. So, but he was trying to look to link
another
up to
player.
to the
probably miskicked it though, and though it looks like he was aiming for something spectacular, but I knew that was just a bit of an error from him there.
All right, right now 2 minutes to the end of normal time. 2 minutes to the end of normal time. It is South Africa 1 and Uganda 2 at this point in time. South Africa trying to build up again. Now they are with the ball in the half of the Ugandan. Through the left wing there. Dive deep into the midfield there. Cross into the midfield here. Can they get this one? Oh, there was so much weight. Again, South Africa just want to score a similar goal the way Ugandans score.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that one has gone.
Wow.
And that's going to be a goal kick. And you see, they will be relaxed. They will be relaxed. They will be relaxed because see the goalkeeper.
The young guy is.
But you see, the goalkeeper has already been won by the referee about time wasting.
Yes, that's the wrong doing. You should not be wasting time at this moment. Like, cause why would you be wasting time? You know, anyone doing right now, anytime you are buying right now, will be added in the additional minute. So I think it is even much more sensitive, much more sensible if you waste more time doing the addition. If you like, the ball sleep, you know, you will just get it a caution. And as a goalkeeper, you can go 2-3 matches without getting, as more matches without getting a caution, unless one you just feel like you really want to. It's rare before you see a goalkeeper get sent off. It happens though, but not so often like players.
Oh, beautiful passing there!
What is this? Wow. I think this guy is familiar with sleeping.
He
but no, he did not edit that well. He did not.
No, he didn't edit.
No, I don't think he was the one that edited. I think it's the Uganda defender that cleared that.
It was the
Ah!
one. It was the one that headed.
What's this?
It was actually targeting the pole, but hey.
If we head that, you can even see their defender they're putting it like he should be doing better at least. He should be going on target now.
Yeah, should be going on target again. Look at that beautiful tackle there, and it's going to be a throw into South Africa.
Yes, you've done it right. Don't
throw into South Africa. Can you see the South African player there? You don't need to fight. You are down. Don't need to fight. And yellow card has been given to him.
That's one thing about them. They have that hunger. They have that.
You are hungry. You are behind. You know, some of these things you just take it, swallow it.
The Ugandan player.
Yeah, the South African player. He was going for. He was.
Okay.
You know. Okay. So, right now, 2 yellow cards has been dished out. Well, one to the Uganda player and one to the South African player. So South African with the ball right now from the left wing.
It's looking like
go deep.
It's looking like South African team might just walk away with it.
Oh, and a chance for the South African.
What's he doing?
Oh my God! And you know the thing is that sometimes they always like running with the ball.
Yes, I know, but you are in the your opponent 18 box. You should be aiming there. If you are not trying to 6 minutes additional time, so if you are not trying to aim, you should be trying to get a penalty or why is the ref blowing for this? Okay.
It was even two player. That was the one he blew for.
This one he blew for.
That was the one he blew.
Because for me, you should be aiming. You are losing. You are a go down. You should be trying to hit your target, not you just trying to move the ball around. Why would you do that?
All right, 90 minutes regulation time over, and additional minute of 6 has been added in this encounter. So we have 6 minutes left to the end of this encounter. 6 minutes left for South Africa to respond back, and 6 minutes left for South Africa to pick a point in this encounter. Yeah.
Well, I think this game is looking like a Sokoti loan. I think the South African will just have to go back to the drawing board and look back to this game and look like where do we get it wrong and try walk back from there. Because the first 45 minutes, I think they really led this Ugandan team into the party. They gave them that freedom. The South African really took their game down a bit, and I think after the first goal, the Ugandan felt like wow. So second came in, and it's now a matter of the South African team trying to fight back, and the Ugandan were like no way. We've had the chance. You had the chance. You let go of it. Now we are in that position. We are not letting go of it, and they've done so well. The South Africans scored their goal in the if I'm not mistaken, in the 19th minute or what?
In the
14th minute, and they were able to defend it for about
to the second half.
31. Let's even say 31 minutes before the end of the first 45 minutes. We should be aiming. And coming into the second half, the Ugandan went 2 goals. 2-1. They were leading 2-1 by the 54th minute, and right now the 90th minute is over. They were also able to defend their lead for 31 minutes. So that speaks about the Ugandan team have really done one thing the South African team were unable to do when they were leading. Because if you are leading with a goal, you are coming to the second 45 minutes. The first goal came, and the second goal, though it happens in football, but with the way the South African team dominated, the way they controlled the game in the first 45 minutes, I was not expecting the game to really turn out like this.
Yeah. They actually looked like the team that was and a moment of counter here for the Ugandans running through the left flank of the pitch there. But hey, South Africa won a throw-in. You can see the disappointment in the fans of the South African side there. Yeah, South African in their own final third right now want to build all over again. Right now into the center circle, pass deep into the midfield. And right now change it to the left side. Can he cross in? Anybody to head that one in? But again, clear the game by the Ugandans. And the referees the linesman has signal and offside in that move there.
But beautiful game of football. A beautiful second half, I would say. I think good one. One of those games whereby you feel, yes, African football is really, 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 improving. Because you just look at it, it comes down to probably there is no more big names in African football. No more.
Yeah, and at the end, it is South Africa who equalize.
I said it.
I
said it. I don't expect them to not come out with a point. I know them. They will fight till the dying embers of it. They will. They are born fighters. we can. It shows in their game plan. When the game went down, it was just a matter of the attackers not yet gelling together. I knew they were going, and you can see the way they control the ball from their half. They held on to it. They held on to the ball from their half. They dominated. They really watched. They picked out that point. You can see. You can see.
Yeah, you can see that beautiful move there.
You see.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, he took his time and he cleared that one again. Oh, look at the way they kill.
And the Ugandans, they feel themselves because their destiny is in their hand right now. They feel themselves.
But that move from the left flag.
You can see their supporters. This is born South Africa. This is what they are born for. If you see them, what's this? Their stuff called they do blow. You can see the people we saw that were feeling down some moment ago. They are up right now. They are Vuvuzela. They are ready to blow it. You will see the last seconds of this game. They will bring it out. You will think probably they've won a World Cup. They don't want to lose. That's one thing about them. You can see there is that sense of belonging.
And look at it. I think the Ugo Bros actually did something right because he brought in Mbata. Yeah, brought in Mbata in the 81 minute, and Mbata scored this very good right now.
Well, I think
talented Mbata. Yeah.
Well, I think one thing that has really helped him. Wow! What he go! I think one thing
the goalkeeper did not see that one.
Yeah, no, I won't blame the goalkeeper. Well, the ball
there was so much body.
Yes, so much body. There was nothing. Even if he see, there will be little he can do. The only thing that might probably help him will be his positioning. Maybe it was close because the ball was. Because low down ball that came in.
He didn't even see the ball. It was when the net shake.
That already noticed that. Wow, so the ball don't pass me. So man, I think good one for them. Beautiful game of football. I think the Ugandan team, they've done so well for me. I think right now they should just try and cherish this 1 point. If they keep going, the South African team might just eat them on an attack right now, and everything might just turn down to be like. No.
And the South African again countering against the Ugandan. Through the left wing, can he get that one? Oh, so much weight, and he cleared that one. It's going to be a throw-in.
Well, I knew it. I said it. The South African team, they will come out. They will get at least a point.
And the referee just blew the final whistle, and it has ended 2-2 in this encounter. What a game!
What a game! Good one, South Africa. They got the lead. They lost the lead again by going 2-1 down in the second 45 minutes. I think good one for them. And the younger, one thing I really love about the South African team, it has to be the younger. And I think kudos to their ministry, their board, everything. They've really brought in those who knows what it feels like to put on this jersey. This is not a matter of big names, having the biggest names on the continent on the field. What really matters is hunger, and they've really shown it. Because trust me, most other teams would have felt at the dying embers of the additional time, they'll feel like this game is a done and dusted one. But no, they still came out. They came with the same hunger. And for the Ugandan side, I think kudos to them. Good one. They've really sold themselves so well. This shows that they are capable of wonders, and they can kick it right from here and go back to the drawing board.
But if you look at the goalkeeper,
Africa.
If you look at the South African goalkeeper, he's very, very disappointed. I'm very sure he's very disappointed with himself.
Yes.
If I look at him, he even need the player to come and console him.
Yes, I think for the second goal, he's to blame. He has all the whole blame. He's taking the whole 100%.
But it's just lucky that the South Africa did not lost.
Well, to me, I said it earlier. I said the only time I want to make a comment about this Ugandan team is when the ref blew his last whistle, because this South African team, they are born fighters. They will come at you to the last minute. So good one for them.
All right, to our viewers who have stayed tuned with us, thanks very much for staying tuned with us. I think that is how far we can go for today. But don't forget to join us today also in our Talk Sports show that will be coming on shortly. So for now, is bye from us, and don't forget to join us in the next 30 minutes. We'll be on for our Talk Sports show.